Hey, it's Russell Graves and welcome out here in the barn at Hackberry Farm. And in the video you're about to watch, we've taken one of our long form webinars and chopped it up to make it a little bit shorter and more palatable. So we hope you find some value in this one. In the meantime, stay with us all the way to the end. I got a special gift for you. Let's get started. And then variable zoom. And I picked up on this one. This was kind of a late addition. I added this to the mix this morning because in the past, and I hadn't really paid attention it was there yet, but in the past, I remember if you wanted to zoom on a picture on the left-hand side in the navigator menu, when you're looking at a picture full screen, or not thumbnail view, but a bigger version of the picture, you'd have the navigator view over on the left, and I'll show you again in a minute kind of what I'm talking about when we show some examples. You could change the size and it gave it in ratios. You know, it gave it a 1-to-1 or 1-to-2, and those ratios never made any sense to me. I could sit there and think about it and figure it out, but I always liked the zooms in percentage. Well, then they added the zooms in percentage, you know, 10%, 100%, 200% zoom or whatever, but you had to go over there and pick one. It didn't give you a chance to do variable zoom. Well, now they've added variable zoom to Lightroom. And if you look at the bottom in your toolbar, you can see it right there. There's a slider at the bottom. There's a couple of different ways that, like everything else in these software programs, there's a couple of different ways to do it. But in the, you know, again, this is when you're looking at a single picture on your screen and you're doing the edits to it. And then you can use that zoom slider to do variable zoom and just kind of pre-visualize crops. You can zoom in on this one particular spot. It's not the cookie cutter 100%, 200%, 400% anymore. You can do everything in between. And I think that's, again, another good, valuable time-saving tool. And I mentioned this before, the old ways, you had to use the navigator pane on the left. And now you can add a zoom slider. It's located in the bottom of the toolbar. And then in the develop module, I'm going to show you next how this works. This isn't a live view. This is a video I recorded, so I'll play it a couple times. Now, when you're looking at a picture in the develop module, you can also hold down the shift button and get a tool for variable zooming that's right on the screen. You can keep your mouse over the picture without having to go down and find this slider at the bottom. And so this is a picture of a bighorn sheep I took about 1.5 years ago. But as it plays, you'll see this tool pop up. Essentially what it is, it's like a magnifying glass that has an arrow on each side, is what it looks like. Oops, hang on, I went too far. There we go. There you can see the tool pop up. And now all I'm doing is dragging to the left or to the right to zoom in and out. And all you got to do is hold down, when you're in the develop module, hold down the shift key to be able to access that little tool like that. I think that tool's been available for a while in Photoshop, but I can't remember how long ago. It's fairly new in Lightroom. I can't remember how long ago it showed up. But again, just a tool that maybe helps your workflow a little more, helps you kind of do things a little more intuitive than having to go to the left side and just zoom in. Going to be valuable for just really critically looking at different parts of the image. If you like what you watched and heard today, be sure to like and subscribe our videos. It really does help us out a lot. And if you want your set of free nature photography cheat sheets, head on over to hackberryfarm.com, put in your email address, and those cheat sheets will be delivered directly to your inbox. Thanks a lot.